today's topic, and whether we can design a day uh, without without any preparation, without any anticipation of something coming up very good, whether we can do that. And the I was reading and browsing so many things last few days, and also I was amazed about the positive happenings that has been uh, going on since last few days. And all of them I didn't have any control of. I didn't think of about them, and still those were happening. So, what did I do to attract all those good happenings? So the first thing was uh, my day, right? So that is why the topic is designing the day. I have four segments in my daytime. The morning time is for household work, then the office office time, then the practice time and the reading time. And in the reading time, I include some listening exercise and that to reprogram my subconscious mind. Maybe that is happening, which is why my days are becoming blissful and full of blessings. And also, I listen to many audiobooks during my reading time because it is very difficult to complete a book um, like reading a book. But audiobooks are easier to listen to and complete them in time. So if you spend 1 to 2 hours, like say, significant amount of the book is listened to, and so that is why that is my practice time. So in somehow or other I decide the result, right? It is just not for the sake of doing something, but I also design the result as to what I should expect at the end of those practices. So that is my uh, milestone for the day. um, then reading time, then practice time is whatever I learn during the day, and I ensure that I learn a new thing. At least I read something new which is not related to any, which is related to my work but not related to spiritual practice or personal development or something like that. So a skill maybe. When I learn, I give some time to practice it. Whether I can give the training to somebody else, if I have learned well, then I should be able to train another person also. If I learn properly, then should not be very difficult for teaching or training another person. So that is my motto. So I ensure that I learned well during office time. Like this has been my focus since uh, whatever career I have. Mm, spending the work hours in a positive manner, in a joyful mood, and ability to think about the dreams, goals, is what kind of enhances one's performance and productivity, and the workplace positivity also goes up. So that has been my observation since so many years. So I, despite that, I hear people speaking um, speaking ill about their bosses, peers, juniors, and workplace issues. They have been continuously discussing the efforts on personal development, and at office spaces also the HR trainings have gone up. Still people are bothered about all these things. So that is why I have been thinking about this thing, how to tell people that there is a solution, and these are very very small shifts in mindset, perception, habit, action, attitude, and all this. Basically four things: perceptions, habit, action, and attitude. So But it takes a lot of practice to bring your mind to that level, to have those small shifts. So that has been my observation since last many years. So I try to apply that to myself also. I don't want to have any craving about people at my office space. And whatever has been happening, I nowadays I make one strict rule for myself to see the gift in whatever is happening, and also forgive me. Right. So today only I there are people, always there will be people who actually kind of uh, keep probing you about your mindset, and there is a tendency to speak something negative also. So on my part, i I would not allow them to have that tendency consistently. So what I have decided is, no matter how negative they are, I would not respond in a very negative manner. I would respond positively. So whatever their worries are, and whatever manner they have expressed that to me, I will always focus on the goal and how well I would do my work. So that has been my focus these days. So I don't kind of note all those negativity in their voices. So that is the practice I am having at workplace and during my work time, because the work from home is going on. Then the first thing is the household work. So routine work is what, like say, every day the sequence has to be proper, one after the other, and so that it becomes spontaneous, and it takes less than uh, less than 1 hour or maximum 1.5 hours to complete the household work. So that is how we can start our day and design our day. The and the entire day, when one does one's work, one is engrossed in one's own work. There are several varieties of work. So mm, I and I have been reading a lot about meditation also. What is meditation? Somebody asked. So for me, it is kind of being still with one thought at a particular time. Whatever thought is there, stick to that thought and not move this way, that way, and don't and without anticipating about the the next day. It has to be on on the whatever thought that is going on inside the mind, and being still with that thought is a meditation for me. And it though although it doesn't go beyond 1 to like say 30 seconds or so, still in sports, like say, I bring my mind back into the next thought also, next thought also, whatever is the thought, I do not push it. I do not kind of press it, or uh, stress myself into holding on to a thought. It comes and goes, and um, I try to be still. And if my mind also drifts here, there, I don't worry. Whenever I see my mind drifting away from one thought to the other, the moment I see, observe my my mind to have drifted to another subject, I again focus on that particular subject at that time and try to observe it. When one tries to observe it, then it becomes meditation, and also the particular subject, whichever is there in the mind, whether it is a happy thing or a bitter thing or anything, it kind of shows up in front of you, and that is how the mind gets trained. And um, like say, when the mind becomes still, something unusual happens, right? Even for 30 seconds, or say 10 seconds or 15 seconds, there is some place, like say it is some kind of freedom. So I would like everybody to take this stillness of 10 seconds at least in between your work. Whenever you think that there should be some meditation, it doesn't have to be like say 10 minutes or 30 minutes or something. Just 10 seconds will do your work. So try for 10 seconds. So that is what I call as live without practice. And when and when one goes to that level of meditation, one sees many abstract things. Everything becomes very, very connected at that moment, and that becomes abstract thought. It may not be expressed, but the link is seen, right? The link is observed, and that is a huge thing. And like say one's own experience about seeing things connected, because we see things very disconnected. We see beings disconnected. We see human beings being disconnected from each other. And if this 10 seconds of meditation helps one see the link between many things, then nothing like it. That is what I call as live without practice. Then recognize the recognizing the impossibilities. I was mm, maintaining a journal about what will be my short term goals, what will be my long term goals. I say in long term goals, I have put 5 years hence, my life, 5 years hence. So 5 years back, I had put something, and mm, I have kind of outlined my achievements, my life, 5 years after. And suddenly I see so many things which I hadn't thought to be possible. Those have happened. Many things without my control that has come up, opportunities which has actually um, helped me a lot in getting to the goal where I am, and I just dreamt about it. So that recognizing those things and being grateful for that, then knowing beyond the knowledge, the the possibilities, like say whatever possibilities we don't know, but we should give some margin for those possibilities to happen. 90% planning we can do, but 10% of those things which we haven't seen, which we cannot figure out right now, those can be assigned to possibility, future possibilities in life. Coincidences we can see, but nothing is coincidence. Everything happens for a reason and happens because we are prepared for it. So let us be prepared for it, and at least assign 10% of life's um, positive things to that probability. Then there may be ways when, like I said, when one is achieving such goals, there will be many things which one hasn't done before. So there will be many new decisions to be taken. There will be many options which need to be chosen, right? So those options, those decisions, those will be very, very new, and one needs to have that courage to take that decision at that time. Like somebody, one of my friends, she is undergoing a personal difficulty right now, and she has been offered one opportunity to work in a tribal place, and that is her opportunity to escape from all the problems that she has been. And but the unknown thing uh, in front of her is she hasn't known that area, she hasn't known those people. So these are very obvious. When you go for a job somewhere, you don't know the place beforehand, right? So what is the difficulty? For me, it is an usual thing, but for her, it is a lifetime decision. So she is taking time. That is fine, but she should not take unusually very long time, because opportunity uh, presents itself only once. And if she loses this opportunity, um, it will be long time before she gets another one. So one should be prepared for that, those kind of decisions, right? So that is how we design our day. We can design our month, and we can design our life for that matter. Yeah, thank you.